Like I tell everybody else, a wise man once told me
Them kids. Bernie Mac.
that too. Yeah, he said,
R.I.P.
but he told me when it boils down to it, you only really need what you need. All the other stuff is stuff you want. So if you can pay your bills,
Exactly.
and if all your bills taken up or all your bills are paid, whatever you do with your money, that's on you. But you're still wealthy in your own right because once again, even though you might have that $100,
You're not in poverty.
right?
Everybody, welcome back to another episode of the According to West podcast. You have me, Wes, on the path to 99 overall on 2K. I am at 91 overall, but didn't pay for 91 overall because shit is expensive. Mm-hmm. And you have, as always, Delaw here.
You got Delaw that can't even get the damn ball. I'm a good shooter. Son-in-law out here, you know what I mean? Look, I've never seen, and this is what I was worried about with this whole crew thing.
Did you join the crew?
Yeah, I joined the crew.
Who'd you join?
I joined.
I'm gonna join the one that you joined because only be so we can, if we do play together and we happen to have somebody, you know what I mean. Send me who you join because I've been trying to get my quest up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I joined Green effing something.
Green fuck niggas.
Green effing. I think it's really like F. Instead of saying fucking, just effing. Like F and N. And I was like, Green effing something. And I just joined them because I was like, I'm wondering what this whole crew thing is.
They say the best thing to do is to join one with a bunch of people in it already because they're going to be playing and you, whatever they're gaining, you're going to gain too. Whatever you put in, you know.
I ended up joining one that it wasn't as high. Mm-hmm. Like when I originally was going to join, I saw one, but it was like the requirements was like, you got to be active. You got to play every day, blah, blah.
We work over it.
And so I found one. I just put some criteria in, and they're only at like level 10.
Oh, okay.
My boy, he's on one, something tough, whatever they were. They're level 20, but he plays all the time.
Yeah.
And I was just like, I just put my criteria that most time I play weekend and relaxed.
Yep.
They popped up as a team, and I looked, and I was like, oh, they got 50 people, or they got 49 people. People been leaving, so I might leave and join another one. I might leave and join another one. Like I'm gonna just kind of look around, see what there is, you know. But I feel like they suited me better than the other ones because it really was they just play on the weekends, so they sound like working people.
I'm joining them now. Yeah, don't leave yet. Wait till I get there. See what happens.
I'll look to see if they're like if I get on a day, which I probably will. I probably should just turn it on and see if someone left already and be like, turn your shit on and just join.
And join it right quick. Yeah. You're right. Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. I've been trying to grind out as much as I can because I know. Granted, I have a set schedule for work and stuff like that, but sometimes it gets so busy or I just get so fuck them motherfuckers that I don't even want to play 2K or anything. So the fact that I have the ability, I'm like, look, I'm grinding as much as I can. Like I said, without spending the money because I ain't ready to spend another 50 for 200 VC and shit. I'm like, yo, I gotta be responsible with this money and holidays and shit is coming.
Like everybody was like, oh, it's gonna be cheaper to make new bills. I'm like, it's just
kinda. It's the kinda. I said kinda. I ain't saying like it was dramatic.
Well, when they did 2K18, the very first 2K that I purchased alone, that one was the only one that you could get the pre-order, and your pre-order VC covered your first build up to 85. That was the only one.
What did this cover?
Barely that. Maybe 8 to 80, 82.
I don't remember. I flew through that
But
shit so fast.
but 2K the 2K18 literally, if you
Oh yeah, you're right because I'm at a 80 right now. You're right, and I used all my shit.
Mhm.
You're absolutely right. I bought some clothes, but you get what I mean. Like, yeah.
But it was one of the things like I was like, oh yeah, because that's the only reason I'm gonna get the pre-order because oh yeah, it'll cover at least to 85. And I think if it covered to an 85 every year religiously,
Mm-hmm.
nobody will be too mad about it. They might pick their bills a little different, but if they
Mm-hmm.
know they're gonna have to drop another 50 just to
Listen, it ain't even enough 50. The way my shit and how I leveled up, I'm looking at at least another 100 just to get to 90,
really
91. Yeah. And I'm at 80 right
100
now.
VC.
Yeah, 100 USD. Yeah.
What?
Speaking of
Now
money and VC, what do you think you should, as a husband and person in your marriage, you should be chasing your partner about financial issues, or should they just be? Uh, do you just let them do what they do, and when problems come about, they come about, like regularly check-ins and shit like that?
I told my wife, as long as I get your half of the bill money that I need, I don't give a shit what you do with your money.
Bail money or bill money?
Bill,
Well, bills.
bill money, yeah. As
You
long
won't
as
be.
I get what I need from you so I can pay these bills. You want to go broke? Go broke. But I better still have that money going.
Yo, okay. So hypothetically, I should say she go broke and she say, "Hey, babe, can I get some money?" What's your answer?
Make sure we'll have to figure out how we want to split this late fee on the mortgage.
Cause you like, nah.
Nah, nope, no, because I, if I was to tell you I'm gonna be late or that
No,
I
not
won't
you.
have it,
Like, I don't have no money. Can I get some money to do
yeah.
something?
No, I'm just saying like if
She
I was
paid the
just
bill. She paid the bill. The bills are paid.
I'm just
And
saying if the bill's already paid, all right, whatever. But don't turn around and be like I want to go get some food.
yeah, I got you.
What you
There's
what
a
you
there's a
mean?
limit to the
Yeah,
yeah.
I didn't ask you what you do with your money. Don't judge me on what I like. I think I got that bottle of Blanton's, but she's like, oh, I can't believe it. Like, I don't, you know what? I don't even feel bad if you don't have no money. Nigga, all the bills are paid. I brought this one bottle.
Did you not have money?
I don't never have no money. By the time
Well,
I'm done paying everything,
yeah.
I got maybe $18 in my bank account.
Oh shit.
18. Like not even like a good 18.
Yeah.
It's
A
a weak
shaky
18.
18.
Right. That's a weak 18. It's like if you're playing spade, you'd be like, man, I got two in the possible. It's not
Yeah.
even a strong possible. It's like
Yeah.
it's a weak possible depending on how the day look.
Yeah.
Don't let me run out of gas on that motherfucker.
Yeah. Jeez Louise. I was yeah, sometimes I fall in between feeling like I need to be monitoring her shit, but not necessarily on her back and shit. Cause I'm like, yo, cause me personally, I'm like, yo, she only pays like our utilities and stuff, and I kind of pay everything else. So it's like, I already pay more than you. So if you ain't keeping up with, and I'm paying more, I'm like, yo, we got a problem. We got a problem. So sometimes I just be checking in, like micro checking in, like, hey, how's everything? This, and that, blah, blah. Because I don't want to be surprised. Because I think I said this already. It's like every time I want to do something for me, it's just like, oh, I'm gonna go get this graphics card for the computer. Do you think you can? I'm like, yo, what happened? And it's just like, shit gone. I'm just like, come on, man.
But see, I know for us, depending on how you really, really slice the pie, as far as monthly bills, she pays more on the monthly bills than I do
Mm-hmm.
because the BG&E it fluctuates,
Mm-hmm.
and I think she fronts the American Home Shield every month,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't know how much that is either. But if we're talking about total bills
Mm-hmm.
as far as things that she doesn't contribute to, because BG&E is the only bill. BG&E and American Ownership are the only bills that she has that I don't contribute to. But she doesn't put no money towards the regular maintenance of the house. So as far as like changing the return air filters or buying new things to place onto the wall to like
Mm-hmm.
do
Mm-hmm.
stuff, she doesn't put towards she doesn't put towards the cloud storage for the Ring camera. She doesn't put towards the filter for the refrigerator or anything else. All those things are fronted by me.
Mm-hmm.
So as far as those bills,
Mm-hmm.
if we were to really total it up, she would still pay more than me on a monthly basis, but not by as much as what she thinks.
Yeah.
And that's if she told me everything that she's paying that I don't pay on. Because she's like, "Oh, well, why didn't you tell me that the Ring camera stuff is $200 a year? What do I need to tell you that for? You ain't got to pay for it. Why didn't you tell me that to get your refrigerator filters and stuff, it costs like $60 every 6 months? Why do I need to tell you all this? Like,
Yeah. Maybe
these
she
are,
was like, I was secretly resenting you, and maybe I shouldn't resent you.
hey, look, I said, those are, like I told her, I said, those are two purchases that I made that I wanted. So I fronted the maintenance for it.
Yo, speaking of the Ring camera joint, why don't you get the version that you can put an SD card in, and you ain't got to worry about the cloud storage?
Because then that means I had to call somebody out to get
That's not
everything
hard.
done.
Come on, man. That's not hard. I changed mine. That's not hard.
Look, I ain't playing with these more.
All right.
The doorbell one was bad enough. They were like, "Did you turn the power off to the house?" I said,
You didn't turn the power off when you did it?
I didn't know."
How do you not know?
Well, the guy
Open
was about.
circuit
It wasn't
electricity,
me.
I might die.
It wasn't me. It was the guy. The guy was about to put. I said, he was about to take the old doorbell off. I was like, and I saw the wire. I said, "Did you need the power to be off?" He said, "It's not already off." I said, "No."
No, that's his dumbass fault then, because if he's coming over there to do that, I'm not going behind the customer to. I mean, I'm going behind the customer to make sure it's off. I ain't trusting a word.
Hey, look, and the
Could have
funny
killed that
part
man.
is, look, and the funny part is that even if he touched the open circuit, I know not to touch him. He'd just been dead that day. I'd have had to go up there. Look, I'd have ran upstairs and turned the power off and prove and hope that he didn't die.
Oh my
Because once the
god!
electrical current is done, from the initial source, you're now you can now touch the person. So I'll call 911 and I'll try some chest compressions and shit.
I'm about to put your mouth on his mouth.
It's nope.
All because you ain't changed. All because you didn't turn the power off. Now you kissing some man on the floor.
Oh, man,
it's like, yo, somebody looking in and be like, you wonder how I got here.
yeah.
Let me tell you the story.
Let me tell you this story. Yeah.
Oh man. But nah, man. As far as I was what was I saying? Yeah, the finances and shit. I was reading this article and this guy's like pretty much he pissed off. He was like he needed some advice in this situation. He says his wife recently received a letter from the government stating that she needs to provide details about her tax issue, and that it was a 3-month deadline from the date the letter was sent, which was earlier this year. The task of gathering the info was straightforward, but my partner kept putting it off just a few weeks before the deadline. Throughout those months, I would occasionally ask when she'd take care of it. Each time she said she'll handle it and told me not to worry. But it was clear the situation was stressing her out and it felt like she was avoiding it. I offered to help. And since I've done similar tasks before, in the final weeks, I offered to help on weekends, but not weekdays after long work days. A few weeks before the deadline, she finally sat down, did the task, and realized she owed a significant amount. This triggered a strong emotional response, and she broke down. She has a difficult history with money and had what? She said she what? She has a difficult history with money and had worked hard to get into a stable place, so the tax bill was a shock. I tried to talk to her and calm her down and figure out a way forward. And during the conversation, she said something I found genuinely funny and I laughed. That was clearly the wrong moment. She thought I was laughing at the situation, not the comment. The next day, she contacted an accountant to file the return properly and verify everything. At that point, there was still a few weeks left. As the deadline neared, she still hadn't heard from the accountant. I asked if she'd follow up with everything. I asked if she would follow up and whether everything was okay. She said she had and told me not to worry. I was stressed. Missing the deadline could mean fines or worse.
More money. Yeah.
Yeah.
Shit.
While it didn't affect me directly, we're married and financially tied. So it felt serious. The deadline passed without any word from the accountant. She asked me not to bring it up again and assured me it was under control. But I remained anxious. One night, I had a dream where she was distraught over the cost. It stuck with me, and I mentioned it the next morning. And I mentioned it the next morning. We usually talk about our dreams. Later that day, I was still visibly stressed. She asked what was wrong, and I mentioned the issue again. A few hours later, she called from she called from a friend's place and told me off for adding more stress to an already stressful situation. I'm not sure if I did the right thing. She delayed, avoided follow up. She delayed and avoided follow ups and left things last minute. We're very different in how we handle responsibilities. I would have done it right away. I know it's not my problem, but directly, but we're married and financially concerned. I'm sorry. We're married and financially connected. It was stressful for me too.
Is his name on this shit?
No, they never put their names. For context, we have separate bank accounts, separate salaries, but we share a house and bills. At no point did I think my partner would not be able to pay any bills.
You know what it is?
Savings.
We're going to tell Brother Finance, if your name ain't on that bill, don't worry about it.
Nah, yeah, all right. Yeah, all right.
If you look at it this way, with a lot of those bills, if your name ain't on it, and they say, "Oh, well, you got to pay," no, I don't. You had an agreement with that person. They got nothing to do with me. Your credit score don't get messed with, no nothing. Now, if his name's on it, that's a different story. So, just like the Verizon bill we got that I paid,
mm-hmm.
Her name is on it. My name is on it. So if it don't get paid, it affects both of us. BGD, that's just her. But all the stuff that we got together, yeah, I'm gonna need that 300 that you owe me. I got you. I said, all right, I can't cover it. So I'm gonna need that money ASAP.
Right.
You know, and when I can cover it, a lot of times, and like when I do the bills, she only budgeted for 2 times a month, even on her 3 paycheck month. Me, on the other hand, regardless of what it is, I just pay every time I get paid. I pay to leave us with that cushion.
Yeah.
In case something crazy like that happens.
Yeah.
Like if it's like, hey babe, I got to keep this 3rd check, but you can figure it out. I've already put that money aside. So, if you want to keep that check, that's fine. I'll pay this, and this.
Right. Yeah, it's one of those things where it's like, yeah, you say my name, if your name ain't in the bill, you ain't got to worry about it. But obviously, money not the more money in the house is the best thing ever. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like if it's only my money and I'm working to support everybody, I'm just looking at all the things, quote unquote, or the situations we could be doing or having, and it's just like, well, you're not handling your responsibilities or your finances the right way, and I gotta save you. No, I mean, of course, a man would love to save his woman, but not when you are
Not when you
causing
purposely
the
doing that
issue.
shit.
Shit. Like, I'm not. Who the fuck wants to keep doing that shit?
Look, I like I tell everybody else. A wise man once told me
Fuck them kids. Bernie Mac.
that too. Yeah, he said,
R.I.P.
but he told me when it boils down to it, you only really need what you need. All the other stuff is stuff you want. So if you can pay your bills,
Exactly.
and if all your bills taken up or all your bills are paid, whatever you do with your money, that's on you. But you're still wealthy in your own right because once again, even though you might have that
You're not in
$100,
You're not in poverty.
right? You can pay all your bills. So at the end of the day, for him, he's fine. It's her that's having an issue with it, and him micromanaging. And I'm not for micromanaging someone else's finance, but I am for micromanaging when you about to have a late fee. You about to ask me for some extra money that I ain't got.
Yeah, exactly. So that's my whole thing. What it is like he's trying to. I feel like he was communicating to her effectively, like, yo, and he was doing it way before it was supposed to be done.
Mm-hmm.
Like he like, yo,
before it became a problem.
What's going on? You procrastinating a little bit. I don't want you to procrastinate and something happen. What's this and that? She, I ain't gonna say she wasn't communicating properly. It's just like she was dismissing her own problem, but it wasn't. She didn't the communication. How could I put it? He probably could have communicated a little better. Like, yo, in the beginning, like, yo, this affects me too because I want to make sure you're good and we are together. We share the house and bills and stuff like that. So anything you can't contribute, I got to take on. So I would like for you to, treat this with some urgency to put me at a peace of mind.
Yeah.
So it's one of those things where it's like, I don't think that's a tough ask. You know what I mean? Like, yo, you know how many times our wives tell us like, yo, could you just do this for me? Or could you just do this? I know you don't want to, this, and that. And that's just something for her. He was asking her to do something for her. Mm-hmm. Which was fucking start this fucking paperwork.
But women don't understand that.
No, she don't understand. I ain't gonna say woman.
Women don't understand that. You get some. I'm not gonna say all of them. Majority of them don't understand that. I got it. And when it gets down to it, when it gets to the crunch time, they're like, oh, I don't know where I'm gonna find this money at, but I'm gonna figure it out. And as long as they figure it out, they don't give a shit. Nah. And I told my wife, I said, me and you, we use our money differently. You'll see your paycheck about to come in and you done spent your paycheck. I see my paycheck coming in until that motherfucker clear. I don't spend shit.
Yeah,
it's two totally different things that we're doing.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, I'll get paid by this, so I can go ahead and buy this. And then
be broke when the paycheck comes. Which is weird.
Yeah. I'm like, how y'all live like that? But they want to learn it on their own. And that's why it always trips me out when they be like, oh, well, I pay my own bills. I do this. I'm like, yeah, okay, yeah. Great job. You being an adult. I get it. But how is that the lead off to you talking to me about how you're independent, that you're telling me that you're an adult? Bitch, I'm here too at the bar. I paid my own drink. Don't that mean something too?
Nah, because you're supposed to. That's how they, with that logic, is like, no, men are supposed to be able to pay their own stuff. Women not supposed to be paying their own stuff. Look, listen. That's why a lot of guys be when they be dating and shit, the person they're dating be coming to them with a lot of debt, or they be behind on bills. It's always like, I gotta pay my phone bill. I'm behind on my phone bill. This, and that, because they wanted to spend the $50 or $100 on the lashes, or something like that. So,
I mean, I'm glad I brought my wife over to T-Mobile. That's why I'm glad, because now it's only, like I said, if you want to pay your phone bill, by all means, I'm not going to keep you from paying your phone bill.
Right.
But just know the kids that I tutor pays my phone bill. Therefore, you really don't have to pay for anything.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
well, the Netflix comes out of it too. I said, that's fine. I said, the bill is 163, and that's with the Netflix included.
Yeah.
So I told I said, my phone bill was like 105. I added you on. It turned into another $30 that I had to pay. Then the Netflix, whatever. I'm like, you were paying like 65.
Y'all ever downgrade to Netflix and not pay for the 4K?
Nah, she don't like the commercials.
No, okay.
Yeah.
I get it.
And the funny part was it could have been free. It was just a commercial, but we get Netflix. So all this happened to reduce her bill. Like everything we've done, if we're being honest, everything that we have done.
So what you telling me is that you sacrificing you sacrificing stuff to lower her bill, but it ain't nothing that you can sacrifice for to lower yours.
My bills don't change. Even with the most recent thing we did to consolidate my debt. So everything didn't work out like we wanted to.
Mm-hmm.
So when I put on that I wanted money to, do the little loan thing, I was like, yeah, I want to do this and this. They said, well, you put debt consolidation. So what debt are you trying to consolidate? So I was like, well, let me consolidate these 2 credit cards. But really, I was hoping they were just going to give us the money. I paid off one, paid off the time.
No, they pay off the.
Yeah,
but you could have asked some banks, some financial institutions, like, all right, we can give you the money. But if you say debt consolidation, yeah, they're gonna pay it them. They're gonna pay it themselves. Yeah.
So they did that. So if the timeshare if we had enough money to get the timeshare put on there, we'd have been all right. We both would have came back with money.
Yeah.
But when I say money, I want to say maybe like $170 a paycheck. Or maybe like $100 a paycheck, give it to me. But that's $100 we didn't already have.
Yeah.
But when they said, "Oh, we're gonna pay all your debt," I said, "All right." Well, she's like, "Well, does that help you?" I said, "No." I said, "The only thing it does is it allows the business to grow." Because before I left to come to the state, the business didn't take hits. The only hit the business took was to pay the phone. That was it. Other than that, I worked at Magnesium. So Magnesium paid my other part of my mortgage and everything else.
Mm-hmm.
So the business took a hit of $100 a month, and that's why it was growing so quickly. But then when I got to the state, I lost that, and I had to use the business. So I said, in a nutshell, okay, it's a good thing because now the business can start bringing money back in, and now since we no longer have a HELOC, we got like a loan. The business is going to be what we use to do shit.
Yeah.
So it is what it is at this point. And so it's like, I don't know what else, unless we hit the lottery.
Yeah, I've been trying.
Like somebody was like, so if you hit the lottery, would you tell your wife? I said, hell no.
You said, would you tell your wife?
Yeah, she said, would you tell her? I said, hell no, I wouldn't tell my wife.
Yeah, listen, you're not alone. I've quietly said that to myself so many times because it's kind of like, yo, just let me take care of what I need to take care of. Like, I ain't going nowhere. You know what I mean?
Like the only
I'm taking you with me, so it don't really matter. Like, right. Once everything is the responsible stuff is done, then yeah, because I don't want nothing to cloud my judgment. You know what I mean?
Look, the only thing that I would.
I'm gonna tell you like this: it don't even have to be millions, and I'm not doing it. Mm-hmm. Let's just say it's like a 10 bands or something like that. Hell nah.
10 bands?
Hell nah. Just say you want 10 bands. Hell, if I found it, I ain't saying it.
I would just pay shit off.
Yeah, and not say nothing.
I wouldn't say nothing. I would just say, "Oh, I paid this because I wanted a sportsman." I would say it in ways of like,
I'm not saying nothing.
Because certain things, they'd be like, "Oh yeah, baby, I won 10 grand sports bet." Like let's say I won that billion, right?
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't pay everything off too quickly because then it looked weird. Like, did you win the lottery? Nah, so it'd be like,
but y'all got separate accounts though, right?
Right.
Just lay it in your account and pay it monthly and not say shit. Put it on auto pay. Yeah. That is the easiest way to get around that shit. Auto pay it, you know the shit is there. You ain't gotta worry about nothing.
I can do that. But the issue becomes, well, why you have me paying if you had it? or let's say she.
Oh, I ain't know that part. I ain't know that part.
So I have to tell her something because then her payment for it stops.
Yeah, because at that point, she gonna see that as a financial mistrust and shit, and feel like you taking money from her. Because I'll be mad about that shit too. Like you giving your shorty nail money and shit like that or whatever have you. Your girl nail money and she got money. She just not spending your money that you give her on nails. She's saving your money.
Right.
Some distrustful ass shit.
But if I won that billion, I would have to pretty much space out what I pay off. So I'll be like, so let's say it just be like that one time. Oh, I put this bet together, babe. If I hit this, it's going to be 30,000. I can pay off the house. And I just wake up like, oh shit, I hit. I'm about to cash this shit out. Yeah, like it had to be like a whole place.
Listen, I'll be they'll catch on to me so fast because I can't show no enthusiasm like that because I done already sat on the money, so the enthusiasm is gone. I can't wake up and do that.
But not because it'll be something like 300,000, knowing that we only got like 200,000 left or something.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Pay this off, and then I'm gonna just split the 50-50 with you.
Yeah.
So it always looked like, well, he split it with me. It ain't enough for me to leave his ass, but you know what I'm saying? I can get some shit done, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And be like, it's a couple months later, like, damn.
Yeah.
Hey, I just put this bet together. I might get our cars paid off, you know what I'm saying? Hey, look, pray to God that this should get paid off, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hey, babe, I hit for 40. Yo. All right, so I'm gonna pay your car, my car. We just gonna split the rest. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like it would have to be like that. Now the issue becomes the other 100 million I got sitting in my account.
Yeah.
Like, how do I explain that?
You don't.
Like,
listen, I'm gonna tell you like this. There are men out here who are experts at that, and they have done it for a whole fucking 50-year marriage. I'm sure you could figure that out. Not that I'm wishing it and shit, but it's just one of those things where it's just like, yo, she ain't got never. Here's the thing. I ain't gonna say we gonna be living in squalor or anything like that. It's just like she ain't got to worry about nothing. So what does it matter?
Well, see, I'm under the assumption, and this is just my personal opinion. What
would be crazy is when you stop working. That's the thing. I don't know how you explain that.
Oh, I wouldn't stop working
with a couple $1 million in the bank.
If I won a lottery or won enough that I didn't have to work, I would still go to work.
You crazy?
And somebody asked me, it was like, well, "Why do we still go to work?" I said, "Because it's just a different feeling to know that you go to work and you can leave at any given moment."
No, I'd be too tempted to cuss people out because I know I can.
Right.
Like I don't have to hold my tongue when I feel like you disrespecting me, and I'm not even one of those types of employees / adults that's feel that's quote unquote easily disrespected. Like everything is disrespect. But at times where you at the office, there are people that try you because of their role or their they quote unquote feel like they're smarter than you and stuff. And it's like that's the stuff I ain't got time for. I'll sit there and professionally handle that because that's the way I got to do it. But if I don't have to professionally handle anything, I can handle this however I want to handle it.
But see, I would look at it this way. And I was talking to my wife about this. If I won the money, won a lottery, I was like, I would go to work. I said, what would change is since all the bills will be paid, except for taxes and all the other stuff, my 401k, I could put more money into it so that when it gets to my 10 years being there and I get vested, that if I decide to leave and just wait to be cashed out on that at like 62, I'm good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I still get I'm vested. That's my retirement, whatever. You go to work almost carefree. Like you really go to work like Oh, you told me to do what? Oh, all right. I mean, I just gotta do enough to keep my job. Like, I don't give a shit.
Oh, you know what? You know what? You. I mean, I can see it that way because you know what that's the equivalent to being a trust fund baby. Like, yo, I do this for the love of the. I'm bored, so I come to work for the love of the game.
Right. Look, and
You don't have the real same problem, so you can actually just
yeah,
kind of just actually do. You can do. How could I put it? You know how like we talked about giving a 100% at your job or whatever. You can give 50%. And as long as you stay above them not firing you,
you're good.
I'm not looking to move up. I'm
Yeah.
fine. Yeah.
Because look, because it'll be like stuff like, excuse me, you didn't have this in by the due date, like something that you're like, why the hell are we doing it? Well, I didn't feel it was really that necessary because this, and this going on. I felt like this wasn't really a priority.
I'm not saying that.
But what I'm saying is that now because as long as you reach your, you get your minimum to keep your job, you really can kind of, I mean, you don't work for the state.
Listen, you could be running all the sports pools throughout the office. Like, all right, we're doing tennis. You're not even interested in tennis, but you're just trying to make it popping in the office.
Like it's just it's a different feeling to know that you can go in there and no matter what they say,
they can't affect your money. Yeah.
Right. They can't. Well, what if you get fired? I'll be fine. So you're saying you'd be fine if we fired you? Yeah, I'll be fine. I wouldn't tell them, oh, I'm worth $900 million.
Yeah, see, the moment you say that type of thing, that's when they'll, the hate and the jealousy, and they don't want to be working next to a motherfucker that they know they can't really be.
They can't control you because
exactly.
I'm always like, oh, so you just going to work? I said, look at it this way: if I was vested already, then I would leave work.
Yeah.
But because I'm not vested, there's no need for me to leave. Like even if I won the lottery at 62 when I'm retiring, yeah, I would leave work because I can retire. I'll take my Social Security, early Social Security, all the other stuff, and I'll be Gucci.
Yeah.
But with me still being so young, you got to treat it like an older person retiring. Once you retire, you die slowly. You got to get up with a purpose to do something. I can still run my business. I can still do all these things, but like even if I was going to try to recoup money or start bringing in residual income, I would hire somebody to run my business for me. I'll be like, all right, I'm hiring for a director, someone to do all this stuff, to come up with stuff. You won't hear too much from me unless you need something.
Yeah.
Or unless you start losing business and, whatever, all these other things. You ain't going to hear too much from me.
Yeah.
It's pretty much this is your thing. Yeah. So this business lives or dies on your shoulder. And then, when I bring in your assistant, you're going to train them because at some point you're going to move on. And someone else has to step into that role. Yeah. Like, I don't expect you to want to be here for the rest of your career. Oh, it's amazing. No, I want you to get up. I want you to come here, learn what you learn, become good at what you do, and move on. Move on to something that's going to get you a whole lot more money than what I can pay you. So, but not every person thinks of it that way.
No, I think of it that way too. And like, I think we talked about it before. Like, some of our best examples are the millionaire CEOs and founders and stuff like that. Like they got the millions and they still running or on the board of a company while running another company.
Yeah.
Or while still running. Or, doing other things and then doing, investment funding and stuff like that. So I told my wife, like, if push comes to shove, I was like, even if we did if we got like 5 mil or 10 mil, I said, I'll set up a way where we can live off of $300,000 a year. I said, I'll somehow interest yield accounts or put it in that Fidelity, the stock market, the brokerage company handle that type of stuff. And if I can pull in 300,000, I can work and still make 100,000. We making damn near $500,000. Wife don't work, and then I'm still keeping the money in the bank. The money's making the money. When I pass, I should have done something with that 300,000-400,000 a year that I made.
Yeah.
To the point where I'm making $1 million a year. That money's still sitting, and that money going to a trust, and then the kids can, the family can live off of 300,000 a year.
Because I mean, even for me, and like when I told the chick that I wouldn't tell my wife, I said the only reason I really wouldn't tell my wife is based on the talk that me and her have had. Every other month or years, I want a divorce or this everything. Like when all that money comes into the picture, it turns into, oh, well, I can leave him because he'll be all right. I ain't gotta feel bad if I leave him and he broke. You know what I'm saying? It's one of those things where it's like, oh, so if I tell you, and then all of a sudden now, because
Listen,
even though I'm the
this is
one that got
also
the
what you
money,
can do. This is also what you can do. Do what all the football players do. And when I say football, I mean global football, soccer.
global, oh,
Put everything in their mom's name. So when it comes time for all that shit, you can't get the money anyway because this is senior Mrs. Smith's this is money. This isn't junior Mrs. Smith's money. It's not even my money. My mom puts me on an allowance. So hey,
right. But I mean,
there's no way to get that.
But that's the biggest reason why if I did win a large sum of money, unless it was somewhere it was like, all right, well, I gave her 10,000 because of whatever. That's different because she ain't gonna just up and say, all right, I want a divorce off of 10,000. 10,000 don't really solve nothing.
You'd be
surprised. But I come up off of
you'd be surprised. She'd be like, I can start over with this. You'd be surprised what people would think.
But it's one of the things like once you know that I'm worth a whole lot more, it's like, oh well, well, after you pay everything, break me off half. All right, cool. I break you off half. Then that means you get mad one day. Well, I'm out.
I'm gonna tell you like this.
That means that's half the money.
I haven't even had that talk. But if I win it, I'm not breaking you off half. I won it. That's just like me going to work and then she's saying break me off half. That's never gonna fly with me. Now I'm just hypothetically speaking, we traveling or we in the woods or a Brinks truck fly the fuck open. I run and go get the bag and she speed off and shit and we try and get back to the house and she's like, we gonna split this 50-50? Yeah. That is the only situation. But if I take the money that I earned, $5 ticket, boom, 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 boom. No. you gonna be taken care of, but it's just like, nah, I'm not gonna give you fucking half. I love her dearly. It's just the optics and the semantics of that. I'm like, hell nah. I will make sure your wildest dreams come true, but it's still my job to protect and provide and bring in money. Right. And I brought in some money, so I'm still gonna manage.
Right.
This
money. You want me to buy that apartment complex for you?
Yeah, sure. Like let's figure all that out. But I'm not gonna just say, here you go.
Right.
Nah. Hell no. Even when we giving them money, is we like, so what you doing? Like, what is why don't you have, you said you had it last week and you don't have it now? Like, what happens? It's the same thing with this the story is like, yo, like he's still asking, like, yo, like I'm protect and provide it can mean so much in different scenarios, and he's trying to protect their family from financial mishap by staying on your ass. He's trying to provide insight and tutelage about how you should handle this because he said he went through something like this before. She just kind of just like, yo, I don't need that shit right now from you. Like he was nagging or something. And I'm like, come on now.
I've been late on the mortgage once. And that's because it was new to me paying it every month. Because when we paid the rent at the place we used to live at, it went into a software. So we would go into the software, hit pay, it'll run whatever, and we were good. It was when we moved and got the mortgage. I think it was like, I'm not going to say a couple months down. I want to say like maybe a year down the line.
Mm-hmm.
And it probably was within the first 10 months. I was just like, I got time. I looked up, this shit was a 17. Damn.
I've been pretty consistent because I know like the check, whatever check is close to the first, that's the shit that it comes out of. The only time I've been late is by like a day or two, and that's because I chose to be late by a day or two. But my whole thing is, I'm like, nah. The way I think about it, since I'm paying all of it, is like I don't never want something to happen to me because I procrastinated, and then like I'm goodness forbid, can't pay it right now because I'm broken arm or I'm in a hospital during that time, something crazy, or even visiting or handling something and I couldn't readily get to it. I don't want to worry about that. I wouldn't want to have my wife worry about it. So as soon as I get that motherfucker, the shit gets paid. Everything that I like kind of got my hands on with that, as soon as I get it, it needs to get paid. Like it has to get paid anyway. I'm not I'm not in the situation where I'm robbing Peter to pay Paul. So the shit gets paid and I don't have to worry about it. I'm just like, eh. So when it comes time, I think we talked about it before, like, oh, I want to go out to this, and this. Like, I just paid the mortgage today. We ain't doing that. How about we go to whatever. Let's go to Longhorn or something. We not doing, you know what I mean? We not doing that and spending like $120. We not doing that. I just paid them, so you know how that shit go.
But yeah, I missed it once, and I didn't tell her. I just paid that $41
the late fee.
Late fee. Yeah. Didn't say nothing. She was like, "You good?" I said, everything good.
Good, Gucci.
But I take care of it. Yeah. Like all the bills besides BG&E, I take care of.
So it's safe to say that you believe in financial independence in a marriage.
I believe in independently making sure the bills are paid for your half before you do anything else.
I'm gonna take that as a yes.
It's a very long, drawn out yes, but yes.
Yeah. So my second question is, if it ever got to a point where it's like, yo, you could take on 70 or 80% of everything, would you do it? And like as far as like household stuff?
If I had to take over 70?
No, if you were able to, like you're able to, you could take on 70, 80%. Would you do it?
I could, I would.
Okay.
I would. I mean,
do you think your wife is the type of woman that'll let you do that? The only reason why I asked that because for some reason, I know the reason, but I didn't know it was still a thing that women think like, yo, if he pays, the reason why you got to have a job is because if he pays, he's going to expect you to do whatever he wants you to. He's going to expect you to do whatever he wants you to do. And I'm like, even if it was 50-50, I kind of expect that. Even if you was paying all the bills, I kind of expect that. Just because of the stuff that I'm doing. So, the conversations or the prior conversations we had about, certain things and, your wife's temperament and shit, you think she'll allow that? You think she'll easily sit back and let you do it? Or she'll be like, I don't like you paying everything.
Look, yep, without hesitation.
What do you mean that doesn't even make any sense now from what you were telling me?
Because if I told her, I said, I'm booming right now.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna pay this. And if it put money back in her pocket, she's like, well, I mean, how do I look? This allows you to start saving some money to do other stuff.
Yeah.
So, are you sure? I got it. Don't worry, I got it. She's like, okay. But I said,
so do you think you could be like, hey, when that's going on, you think you'd be like, hey, babe, can you make me a sandwich?
Nope.
Come on, man.
Put it this way. The only way I get that, 100 housewife.
But you paying 80, so it's just 20%. How far are you off from a sandwich? You gotta get
this way. If she gotta,
for a sandwich.
If she gotta walk out that front door to go somewhere to go make money.
But that's her walking around girly girl money.
Don't matter. Put it this way. Like all the women who are taking care of why I work just to have my own money. If I paid 100% of everything and you chose, not that she, in this case, my wife still has to because she still has to pay 20% of whatever is still left. But if you chose to go to work, that is not my problem.
See, okay, so I might be getting older in my, I'm definitely getting older in my age, but my different mindset. I think I feel a certain type of way if I was paying 100% of everything and she chose to go to work, because at that point I'm like, I'm gonna be honest, maybe some insecurity start kicking in. Like, what the fuck are you working for?
No, they need to.
No, I mean the money. No. That kind of sounds like they setting themselves up like, yo, I'm being taken care of, but if I need to make a grand escape, I make a grand escape.
Look, what woman doesn't get married trying to escape
A lot.
the lies? They just don't
Nah,
say
it's not
it.
a lie. No, it's not a lie. I ain't gonna believe that.
Look,
I ain't
look,
gonna believe
look.
that.
You know why I believe it?
Why?
Because I see a celebrity, all these
You
celebrity
talking about
women.
no? You can't talk about them
Yep.
1%
No,
motherfuckers.
not just them. I see all the joints around here. Oh, he got this, he got this. I've even heard women like, I wouldn't mind. I mean, if I'm gonna get married, I'm gonna get married rich, just in case I gotta leave. He gotta give me half his shit, and I'm gonna pop out a baby. Like it is almost based on who you're dealing with, and we'll say that. I'm not gonna say majority. I'll say
Yeah.
the small minority that are hood janks, or they just didn't grow up with money. When they get married, they got into the marriage thing and it was supposed to be this grand thing and everything else, not realizing this work. So when they get into it about day two, realizing this shit ain't no cakewalk, they planning their escape. They're
Right.
planning their escape off the back. You got some women, they want to get married for the pageantry, but not for the work that's involved.
Yeah.
That's why most marriages are most divorces are initiated by a woman, which is about what 80, 90%, give or
Yeah.
take. And the bulk of that, of the women that do it, the bulk of them are educated women that feel like they can do it all because they've been doing it all, feeling like I do the same thing a man do, but really you're doing the same thing that adults do.
Yeah.
So like even that and that's the biggest reason why I won't ever tell my wife. If I won big, I wouldn't tell my wife because I already know she's done tried to plan her grand escape before. Like, look, you got to call like it is. And as soon as the money rolls in, and it's like, oh well, he got this, and
Yo, I'm gonna say she might surprise you because maybe
look,
that's enough for her to
I
be. That's enough for her to be calm, and maybe her true thing is like maybe to find. I'm not saying y'all having financial issues, but maybe that's something that's in the back of her head, and she's like, "Well, I love this man, and it looks like things are gonna be okay."
I I want to
It could
believe
be
that.
that. It could be
I
that.
want to believe that. But
Now, if you're farting in the bed and sticking her head under the covers and keeping her trapped, if you're doing shit like that, then yeah, I can see why she probably like, you know what?
fuck this
I
nigga.
don't want to be with this motherfucker. He played too much.
Like I always say, a lot of our disagreements has
It's been
nothing to
petty stuff,
do.
what you
It's
be
been
telling
petty
me.
stuff.
That's what I'm like, I don't
It's
understand.
petty. Like even like this morning, she was mad. She was like, "Oh, you pinched my leg and you didn't apologize." I said, "I did apologize." As soon as you said, "Ow, that hurt," I said, "Oh, my bad." That was the first thing I said. Now, whether you heard it or not, that's something totally different. I said, because if I didn't say anything about it or didn't apologize when it happened, I wouldn't have asked you, "Are you okay? Is it bruising? Do you need some ice?" Because those are things you say to someone. Oh shit, my bad. I didn't mean to do that.
Yeah.
Well, you didn't apologize. And I'm like, so she's like, well, you know what? I'm not even mad about it. I just know how to move accordingly, and I try.
Yeah, no, that was not the discussion, man.
What? Like,
That
what
was
are we
not
what are
the
we talking
discussion.
about? Like, you're mad at what? Because every time we play around, you always trying to hurt me. How am I trying to hurt you? Literally, I've done asked you, don't hit me in the head when I'm trying to sleep, or poke at me, or try to pinch my nipple. Then you want to wrestle with me. Why you want to wrestle? You know I'm strong.
Y'all
You
petty.
know I'm strong.
Yeah, that's some petty stupid shit.
So in
There's
my
no
head,
way. There's no
look,
way.
in my head, I'm like this. Nigga, we got 3 days before my birthday. I'm about to be 40, and you talking about this bullshit? Get the fuck out of here. I ain't say it like that, but it's one of the things like it's like
That was the spirit that you had at the moment.
yeah, if we I can see if we're bad and finances are bad. Like every step I've taken has been to put money back in the pot. From the time that we left Severn to the time we moved over here, she said, "Oh yeah, I'm getting some money back." She's like, "Well, did you get money back?" I said, "No, I'm putting in more money." We
Yeah,
got here. Everything I've done, I've increased what I'm putting out to
yeah,
decrease what she puts out so she can start trying to save money.
yeah.
And she's
She
like,
know that has that been the. She knows that that's what you're doing. She knows that that's the
she knows
overall
that's what
plan.
I do. Yeah. Like even like with this loan that we just took out, or that this equity loan versus line of credit.
Mhm.
I was like, look, I really think we should take the line of credit. I know it's only gonna be 75,000, but we can make it work. oh no, I think we should do the loan because it's gonna be
You wanted more money.
105,000,
Yeah.
and we can do it for 20 years. I was like, 20 years is a long time. I know I think it'll be okay. I'm just letting you know, 20 years is a long time. And
So you 6?
if we ain't even if they haven't even like let the funds go yet, and you talking about some, I'm gonna move accordingly, and I tried. Nigga, we got 20 years on this loan.
Yeah.
That means if we sell this house, we get nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Which means that not only do we sell the house and got nothing to pay back the loan that was there and all the other stuff, we still got to pay the realtor. We still got we gonna be coming out of pocket just to be broke when we could do this broke shit together.
Yeah. But y'all not broke though.
No,
so it's just
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
If she's like, "Oh, I want," man, do you not know that if we sell this house, $110,000 of the closing is going to the bank? What money? What money we talking about? What were we talking about? In 10 years, you want to pull that and it's 50,000 left? Okay. 20 years, you were like, look, I stay here 20 years till this was done. I'm ready to roll. Okay. But at that point, that means we got 5 years left on this damn mortgage. It's like what? So, when she left it, I said, you know what? I'm gonna let her do her thing with her sisters. She gonna stroll. She gonna come back, and it is what it is, and we'll see how it goes. I'm not. I can't press the envelope. Eventually, she's gonna. Hopefully, she'll get over it.
About pinching.
Yeah. Like
I feel like it's something else.
I think well, she was like, well, you pinched me. You didn't apologize.
Besides the apology.
You started snoring because you went to sleep. Okay.
But you was already asleep.
I was tired. I haven't got a lot of sleep. I've been taking meds and stuff trying to get all this Flemish shit out before my birthday so I could party. And I'm getting like 3-4 hours of sleep a night. And I'm just like, you know what? And like I just kind of looked at it, I was like, you know what? I ain't even got the energy to argue with you. Because at the end of the day, if this is what you're going to tell people, I know you already going to stack it. Like, well, he was this way. He was sloppy. He didn't take care of this. He didn't take care of himself. He blah blah. You're going to say all these things. They're going to look at you like, so did he hit you? Did he like beat on you? They're going to ask all the things you would really get a divorce for, and they're going to be like, so you divorced a good man because of things that you just didn't like, that because you do these things? Like that's not how they're going to look. It's like that's like me saying I'm gonna divorce my wife because she don't play sports.
Yeah, that too. And if that's the case, I'm pretty sure you have not changed that much since y'all have been married. So I don't understand.
Look, every damn thing of how can I say, not even how I can save me money. How can I get money back in your pocket? Because you talk about you broken. You talk about she's like, well, all right, whatever. But hey, it is what it is. But that's why I wouldn't tell my wife that, because well, now I don't feel bad leaving him because now he can buy his own house. But then again, it might turn around and be like, well, shit, he made all this. I could quit my job and do this and do this. And
it could turn into a lot of things. But at the end of the day, and I'm not putting this out here, if she feels like she should leave because you got the money, if you think that, I'm not gonna say that. God damn it. It sounds like I'm meddling. I wouldn't want to be with anyone if I thought if I got the money, they'll be out. I might as well just take the money so they can be out, because I'm gonna have more fun without them, because that's just a person that don't really, you know what I mean? You ain't gonna be, you're not gonna be your best. You're not going to be your best self with me anyway, because you wanted to leave and you found a reason to leave.
Mm-hmm.
You're not going to be your best self with the money. So if I got it and you feel like you need to leave, then I feel like you need to leave. Why am I keeping you in this and hiding the money when you ain't going to be your best self anyway?
Right. Because look, probably some.
I'm not a marriage counselor, and
No, I mean, I'm just saying, look,
I'm just saying stuff off the top of my head. I don't. Please
no, I
don't.
mean, because look, let's say I don't tell her, and she's like, you know what, I'm done, and I just say, okay, you know what, if you want to leave, that's fine. It's no, if you're really that unhappy here, then leave. And she's like, well, I want to sell the house. Well, I'm not selling the house. I said, I'll
Why,
buy you out your
nigga,
part.
why not sell the house?
Well, no, because if I got the money and I didn't tell her I had the money, I'll just buy you out your part.
No,
Well, how you gonna do that?
you're gonna
I'll
lose
figure out
your.
a way. And then once I buy you out your part, well, how can you pay for the house? Because I won the lottery.
No, what
I
you
wouldn't tell her
do
that.
is
I would just say,
what you do is you sell the house.
I wouldn't sell the house.
Why not?
There'd be no reason to.
You would still live there.
Yeah, I'm still living here.
And she knows where you live at.
Yeah.
And you got the money now.
Well, best if I tell her that I got the money.
Yeah, yo, there will be signs.
It'll be one.
There will be signs that she go like, yo, how the fuck? Like she might be coming over for a booty call one day, and she like, how the fuck you get this new car?
If I buy her out her half,
you think she ain't gonna look twice about that?
Then I could take her off the lease, and then all I gotta do is pay the house off. I ain't got a house now; I just gotta pay the taxes, along with paying off my other stuff and all the other stuff. And then at that, let's say things.
It sounds like if you were to do that, there needs to be a verbal agreement that you do not need anything else from me. This counts as a parting gift. Blah 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 blah. There will be no
right.
whatever, because we both have. Actually, you made more money than me. No, don't even put that in there, but just you get what I mean. Like,
I'm looking at it from the standpoint of, if you want out that bad, and I know I have the money to take care of myself and whatever, and you want out that bad, okay, who am I to keep you here?
Yeah.
I mean like talking about want out bad, not like
her just saying that shit every time she get mad and then be happy with you 3 hours later.
Right.
Yeah.
But it's one of them things, like, if you really were like, I want to be okay. But I still wouldn't say that. I mean, I don't know if they make you release your finances or anything.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, you have to play that smartly, so the courts ain't involved. The only thing is, like, and I think y'all gotta be separated,
because at that point it would just be a complete or whatever divorce. Since we only own property together, I would have to buy her out of the stuff.
If you can.
Or have an agreement that says that we're still pay half on the timeshare together, and like an agreement, however it goes or whatever. But nonetheless, if no finance has to be shown, okay, well, I will buy her out her portion, and if the money got to go through the courts through a check, here's the check, court. There it is. Pay off the house probably the very next week. And if we start talking or start thinking like we want to get back together, she said, well, I want to move back and whatever, we'll deal with that as it goes. But
what?
No, hear me out. If it gets to that point where it's like, I think I made a mistake, like, it's hard out here, and I didn't know how good I had it. Yeah, it's still my wife. I mean, I still love her, but I'm just saying.
I see what you're saying. Yeah.
I mean, it's just one of those things where it's like, all right, whatever. And if they say, oh, hey, I'm coming back, then it's like, all right, well, you want to get remarried? All right, cool, whatever. And then
why get remarried? Why?
I don't know.
Why?
Well, no, at that point I wouldn't.
Yeah, why?
At that point I wouldn't, because then, oh, you have all this money, you just weren't going to tell me.
You'd also make her sign a prenup too.
Oh yeah. But nonetheless, people have given me different scenarios of if I do tell my wife.
I ain't saying shit.
It's like, they're like, do you tell your wife? I said,
yo, didn't we just talk about, like, if it was parlay money, like, that's my money. I'm not like, fuck, I'm telling her I won $2,000 for. Nah,
parlay. I'm
still gonna do what the fuck I need to do. Like, that doesn't mean anything.
Parlay money's different. I'm talking about like a large sum of money.
Listen,
like if I just won 30 grand and all I did was pay off my car. Oh, how'd you pay your car off? Oh, I won this parlay. She goes like, oh, okay, cool. But if I'm talking about, I had to bring in a substantial amount, like something that's like,
See, the thing is, you can't really you can get away with it to a degree, but once you start talking about we need to move, how do you even, you know what I mean?
Now at that point,
Because I'm moving.
because at that point, what I would at that point, at some point, I would have to tell her. I would break it
Just
to
do all
her.
the responsible shit first. Like I said,
Right.
do
I
all
would
the
do all the
responsible.
responsible stuff, and then just say, okay, I came into a large sum of money. I probably wouldn't say the lottery, but I won this really good bet for a couple million, and I'm ready to move.
Yeah,
We pay off and if she's like, okay, cool, and we move, and we can find. I'm like, whatever house you want,
no, I'm not saying that.
we can even build a house. I don't give a shit. This what do you
My
want?
my wife has the uncanny ability to choose the most expensive stuff, even when she don't know it's expensive. So I don't. I've been fucked
Look,
so many times when
look,
it
I
comes to
even
like
told her.
you pick, and I'm like, I'm not doing that no more.
Look, I even told her you could. I told her I said you can even we can even get a house built out in Frederick.
Mm,
You know what I'm saying? And then once we get vested, we just quit our jobs.
yeah,
We can quit our jobs because we're vested, and we can move up to Frederick and live off the money and do whatever we want to do.
yeah.
You know, for the next 7 years, yeah, we're going to have to work. You know, because you
If you got
never
the
know
money,
what
why you
might
waiting?
happen.
If you got the money, why you waiting to get vested?
Oh,
Why you
because
stuck to that mentality?
why? Why not? Why not?
Why?
As I get
That's
older,
7 years working when you ain't really got work.
yeah. Well,
You can do a
after
lot
this,
within 7 years. Think about not having your day cleared out to do whatever you want, and that's just the first day. You
nah,
won't give that up. You won't give that up to like what
nah.
for what what is vested for like I don't know how much, but you know what I mean. And you could have easily put some money in a bank and made that.
Yeah, I could have, but
Yeah, so
why not?
you work
Why
smarter,
not?
not harder.
Why not get
No,
a free
no,
paycheck?
no. You will be getting a free paycheck when your
Yeah,
money makes
and
your
then
money. No,
once it's time to retire, that money comes. Look, once the 7 years is over, imagine I might still have all that money. It's like, all right, oh wait, I'm vested. Oh wait, it's 62. Oh, can I get this? Can I get my social security? Can I get this? Boom. All right, cool. I'm Gucci. That's just another check rolling in on top of whatever I started doing anyway. Like it's just, I just look at it from why not bring in more money? Why not just have a paycheck coming in that covers, your play money? Like, hey, babe, don't you want to go? Remember that restaurant we saw in Virginia? Yeah, let's go there. Yeah, let's just get a hotel room for a couple of days. And
yo, I know what you mean. I feel you on that because I'm thinking back to like at one point in time I was dating this girl. She was living with her aunt and uncle, and I went out with them a couple times, a handful of times, and every time that they would go out, their MO was to order something now and order something to go. Now, during this time, I'm like, that's some rich people shit.
that's for rich
Because
people.
who the fuck orders what you about to eat now and like
And
I'm
what's gonna
probably
eat
gonna eat this
later?
tomorrow. Yeah, or I'm probably gonna eat this tomorrow. I'm like, what the fuck? So I
Nah,
would
that
like to
says
be
Delaw.
I would like to be on that status where it's just like, yo, I'm gonna fuck with the jambalaya here, but I'm taking home the Parmesan crushed chicken. You know what I mean? Like some shit like that and keep it moving. So off the rip, every time I went, the bill was at least like 500.
Jesus.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. So it's like, I'm like, okay, I like that type of living. Take something, whatever.
Mhm.
Why not? You know what I mean? So it's kind of like,
Why
yeah, I
not?
get what you're saying. That could be your play money every month, and then it's just kind of like you can also just like you're gonna do the hard work, so your future generations ain't really got to like great great uncle or great great grandpa Delaw did this, and this is how he was living, but you ain't even got to do the stuff that he was doing. You just have to make sure the money keep making money. Now,
Right.
if you want to do something outside of the money making money, have at it. But you ain't got to do what he did. You
Right.
starting off good at age
In a
1.
surplus.
I had to get to 40 to get to this point. You know what I mean? So just imagine what you
You
gonna be
started
able to
off in
do.
the surplus already.
Hell yeah. So
So,
I get
yeah.
it. I respect it. It's just the I don't know. I go back and forth in between like, do I,
Oh no,
continue work?
everybody thinks I'm weird for it. They're like,
No,
oh
I don't
well,
think you're weird because I was just saying like, yo, I would probably still go to work too, but it's just like every time I think about different scenarios, it's like, well, damn, it's not that I don't want to work. It's like, do I want that job? Does that make sense? Do you want that job while you have that money? And where I'm at now, the answer is yes.
Mm-hmm.
But I think about other jobs that I had, the answer is no. Because that I can work this and not be too, stressed. I ain't really thinking about nothing. I go there, I come home. It shouldn't be too much of anything. So, yeah and no. And then sometimes I think, well, just make your money, have your money make money. You don't have to worry about the check that you're getting from there. And I'm like,
Yeah.
true. And that's kind of like a easy peasy, you know what I mean? So it's like, so what am I really doing? So that means I need to pretty much try to go into business for myself, still work, but do something. Like maybe
You still have to go in business for yourself.
maybe I bought a cleaners and I'm George Jefferson out this motherfucker and I got 2 employees that's working that motherfucker and that's my play money. You know what I mean? Like stuff like that. I don't know. How do I segment that away from the family's money? Shit like that.
Yeah.
Sounds like I'm gonna need some accountants and some financial planners and shit. But
yeah.
But I say all that to say, I believe in financial independence in your marriage as well.
Oh yeah, no, you need it definitely. I'll tell you that.
I feel like both should have that. It's just the way this world is set up nowadays. Like back in the day, society was different, and we can't keep going based off of how society was and trying to go by those rules when the rules of today do not allow that to be 100%.
Right.
Now you can have so much fucking money that you make your own rules, but a lot of us will never get to that. So we got to play by the rules that's in front of us. We got to play the game that's in front of us, and those are the rules. So it's kind of like I would prefer my my wife to have her own money. I got my own money, and we put the shit together. Now, if I had enough where it was just like, yo, you don't have to work, then yeah, she'll have her own money, but her own money's coming from me.
Right.
So it's one of those things where like whatever she decides to do with it, like if she's like this costs this costs this costs this, I give you that money. You decide not to get nails that day. You decide not to get nails that day. That's kind of on you. But I'm always I would have to be in a surefire way where it's like if I lost my job or whatever have you, would still be good with you not working. So until that happens, how we slice the pie in finances is how we slice it. It's like a 75-80 on my end and like a 30-25 on her. That's just the way it is. So
yeah, I get it.
Yeah. The way it is.
It's just how it is. I mean, can't be mad at it.
Yeah. On that note,
I wish I could, but my finances ain't built like that.
Yeah. On that note, everybody keep nagging your significant other on finances. Don't let them put you in the fucking hole because they fucking up the money.
Yeah.
And we thank everybody for tuning in and just next time.